Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a very special episode here on the Ironman profile. If you can see by what I'm holding, today we're finally crafting our first tier 3 dagger. Our Inferno minions went insane. We have a lot of materials we need to grind for this thing, and then stick around to the end because we're going to put this thing finally to the test against some tier 4 bosses and some spoilers. This thing shreds. It's ridiculous. So if you guys are excited for all that, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. Super quickly though, if you do ever find yourself checking on the Hypixel store, whether it be for an upcoming fire sale, maybe you just need some booster cookies or the seasonal bundles over at Taylor's shop, don't forget to use my career code Zach on checkout on the Hypixel store. It is spelled just like my name, Z-A-C-H. If you type that in on checkout, you will actually save 5% on your purchase. It's a great way to support myself and the channel, and you save a little bit of money on checkout. Thank you so much to everyone who does use my code. You guys are amazing. But without further ado, let's get right into today's episode. Okay, I just woke up. It is time to check the Inferno minions. This really decides what I'm doing today. We've gone 10 fuels in a row without getting a single vertex, which has been tragic. I'm gonna be honest, it's been very sad. However, what's different this time and why I'm optimistic and kind of coping that maybe there's 3 vertexes in there is we upgrade our Inferno minions a bunch. We used to have a level 4 and the level 3. We now have a level 6 in the level 4. So some big upgrades were made. And I'm just hoping that it was enough. I've heard some crazy things about like when you upgrade them, they go a little bit insane. Hopefully they did, because if there's 3 in there, it changes what I'm doing today. I'm either farming or I'm grinding out a tier 3 dagger. And I hope it's the latter. So let's see. Do we check the tier 6 first or the tier 4? You know what? Let's save the tier 6. This dude owes us massively. He was already over leveled before, and he wasn't outproducing this dude. So I'm hopeful that this guy popped off, but let's go and check our level 4. Also, we should be leveling up our chili. Oh, wait, there's a vertex. Oh my god, my brain wasn't even realizing what I was looking at. I haven't looked at one in so long. Oh my, wait, that's actually huge. Okay, hold up. 1 of 3. And also, this should level up our chili pepper collection, which it does, the chili pepper 5, giving us the cayenne enchant. This thing is actually really good for Blaze Slayer, so this is something we're gonna have to grind out at some point. Expect some videos on this. It's tedious and requires a ton of forging, so that's great. But huge. Okay, we have a vertex, and the thing is too is I'm checking these a little prematurely. I'm gonna be honest. There's still 3 hours left on these fuels, so there's a chance for them to still make some stuff. So if there isn't 2 vertexes in this other dude, it's okay. Hopefully there's at least 1 though, so we have like some progress towards it. But it's time to see. Level 6 Inferno minion. This dude's well leveled up. Let's hope for the best. Here we go. Oh, wait, we actually popped off. We actually popped off. Hold up. Wait, we have 3. Oh, my brain is like slowly waking up and realizing what's going on. Oh my gosh, we have 16 vertexes. Yes. Okay. Wait a second, we're grinding for a tier 3 dagger today then. Today's the day. I think this is the one I'm crafting too, the Pyro Chaos. Okay, awesome. So what I've been told about how to decide which tier 3 dagger to go for is Death Ripper will make spawning your boss go a lot faster. And then the Pyro Chaos will make your bosses go faster. And so I think I'd rather have my bosses go faster than the spawn time. Right? I mean, either way, this is what we're crafting next anyways. So I think Pyro Chaos though is the move. I'm going to be honest. So the big thing we need is a stack of molten powder, which we had the stack saved and now we don't. So we have 16. We need 48 more molten powder, which honestly isn't that bad. If we go ahead and do molten, what do we need for that? We're missing some stuff though. We have some things we need to grind. So 48, we need 24 of these if I'm not mistaken. So let's see. Yeah, we need enchant glowstone dust, so I'm gonna have to go mine some of that. I need to go farm some nether wart, and then we need to go mine some enchanted mycelium. So we have a couple things we need to gather up to actually make enough amalgamated crimsonite to then make the molten powder. We should be chilling on, if we were to make 48 of this right now, we have more than enough derelict ash, as you can see. But yeah, okay, well, since I have my farming stuff on, I may as well go ahead and change my speed here to 93, and I'm going to go run my way through the netherwort farm for quickly, get that out of the way since I already have all the farming stuff on me. Then I'm probably going to go mine some glowstone, and then we're going to go ahead and mine some mycelium. So that's the plan for this morning. We're getting a tier 3 dagger today. I am so hyped. Okay, I just went through part of the netherwort farm. Don't have to do it for long today. I want to get basically moving on this so that I can actually get to probably the more tedious parts of glowstone and mycelium. Netherwort obviously being the easiest of what we have to grind for today's grind. But if we go ahead and look, oops, that's not what I meant to do. I'm going to be honest. Okay. Interesting. Okay, I need to do the craft 23 more times now. Very random, but yeah, we have more than enough enchanted netherwort now, and now it's just working on enchanted glowstone and enchanted mycelium are next up on the docket. How am I looking on some of these things over here as well? Enchanted red sand cube, enchanted mycelium, enchanted blaze rods. Honestly, I could do this to just get rid of some of the enchanted glowstone I have, in all honesty. Still need to grind out an enchant mycelium cube, which is 160. This is saying I need 282. Wait, no. Wait, where is it? Enchant mycelium. Oh, let me change this to 23. How much enchant mycelium is it? 184. Okay, yeah. The math does make sense on that. The math does make sense. But yeah, I'll just do this. It's just easier. And yeah, we need to move on to grinding out some glowstone. So let's do it. Okay, glowstone's pretty chill to grind, honestly. We basically just make our way over here. This is usually my preferred spot, I think. And I kind of just sit here and go ham and just break all the glowstone. Now, does a efficient miner grief rates with this? That's what I need to know. I have no idea if it does either. I'm going to be honest. I hope it doesn't. I hope efficient miner isn't an issue for glowstone. Part of me feels like... No, it shouldn't be. It really shouldn't be, right? Like, the reason why you don't want efficient miner on gemstones, I always forget. It's just for pristine, right? Like, you still get the fortune and all that stuff from everything. So, it should be okay. Yeah, hopefully it's not an issue. I don't see it being one. We should be all good. Let me actually go ahead and change, what should I take out of here? I don't even know. I need another personal compactor. I guess I'll take out mithril for the time being. Slap it enchanted glowstone in there. And I believe we need about 500 or so. So this shouldn't be too bad either. It should go relatively quick. So let me sit here for a little bit and just break some glowstone, and I'll be back in a bit. I've been mining glowstone for a good bit. I'm going to be honest. I was going to call with some people and kind of just zoned out and kept mining. I only have to stop at like 700 enchant. We have 1300 enchant. So kind of doubled what I was supposed to do. But it's all good because now it's the fun stuff. We're going to go ahead and start grinding some mycelium. And by fun, I mean awful is exactly what I mean. So... yeah, grinding mycelium isn't my favorite thing to do in the game, in all honesty. But let me go ahead and swap everything over to a speed build really quick. Let's actually grab our rancher boots, slap these onto our Maxor set, swap those out there, equip this, grab out the boots. We're going to go ahead and put the boots on 400 really fast, just so we have the maximum speed bonus for our snail pet. Go ahead and check, and we do a plus 400 mining fortune. So we're all set. Time to head over to the cathedral and time to mine a decent amount of enchanted mycelium. I was farming mycelium, and actually I'm still pretty early on into it. I was still working on filling up my sack. I had like 0 in here. We're up to 15k, but the chocolate factory update just rolled, actually. So if we go to the hub, we have the new chocolate update, basically. The stuff that we've been seeing on alpha the last couple days. There's some new employees and some space for some new employees. We're going to have room for our dog over here. And our uncle is going to pop up right over here. As you can see here, he is unemployed. So, yeah, it's time that we hire him. And one thing that I don't like about this, though, they didn't backtrack any chocolate you spent for chocolate shop milestones. And as you guys will see in some clips for tomorrow's video, I guess it's a little bit spoilers. I recorded some stuff, and then today's video is going to end up being about, obviously, our tier 3 dagger. But yeah, I just spent a bunch of chocolate, and it's not backwards tracked, which is unfortunate considering I eventually have to get all the way to 800 billion chocolate spent. So that's unfortunate, like literally a few billion I spent. But what we can do is we can go ahead and upgrade our uncle really quickly, our new hire, our new employee, if you will. 1920, and there's our dog as well. Our dog can be hired here in a second. It's still telling me this is the most efficient. Oh, it's bugged. That's why. I was so confused. It doesn't realize that we have a new one. The mod isn't updated for this. Okay, that makes more sense. There's also a bunch more rabbits now, though, which is good fun. And then we also have a new prestige as well, which we need to get the 30 billion chocolate for. And I'm pretty new into this prestige. You guys will see more on that tomorrow. But yeah, new updates out. This should be pretty exciting. I believe I have all the enchant mycelium required. If we go recipe molten really quickly into amalgamation, I think we need to craft this 23 times, and as you can see, everything is green, which means we can do it. And yes, 48 amalgamated crimsonite. If we go ahead into here, shift right click, we can go ahead and craft 48 more molten powder just like so. There we go, and we have 16 more sitting on our island, so let's go back to our island. It is time to do some crafting of a big sword, a big weapon that we've been working towards for a little bit too long at this point, I'm going to be honest. We have a stack of molten powder, 16 vertexes. What else do we need for this tier 3 dagger? 8 gold magma fish, right. So let's go ahead and grab those out. I should have that. I haven't actually looked, but I'll be actually shocked if I don't. Here's 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're chilling. I'm pretty sure we're oh, it's even cheaper than I thought. Okay, we're definitely chilling. Let's go ahead and grab our 8 gold magma fish. And then last but not least, all we need, if I'm not mistaken, is my Kindlebane dagger. If we go and grab this thing out, we're going to go ahead and upgrade it to a tier 3 dagger, man. I've been waiting to do this for so long. There it is. It's a mythic. It's the Pyro Chaos dagger. In terms of just some general stat increases, okay? Let's compare really quick. As you can see, damage is 160, strength 274. If we go and look over here, 190 and 330. And then on our Kindlebane, we have 90% crit damage and 10 bonus attack speed. On here, we have 10% crit chance, 95% crit damage, 20% bonus attack speed. This thing just gets insane. Like every stat, not to mention extra 2 true defense, which is also really helpful. And then at the bottom here, on our Kindlebane, as we can see, it's 1.5 times damage to blazes, 1.2 times damage to pigmen. This one is 2 times damage to blazes and 1.5 times damage to pigmen. Overall, just massive increases across the board. This thing's going to go insane. Let's craft it. 3, 2, 1. Boom. There we go. Our first tier 3 dagger. How's this thing look? This thing looks insane. Look at it. Oh, it's actually huge. Damn. This thing is so dope. I can't wait to put this thing to the test. I'm literally going to go do some Blaze Slayer right after this. But first thing I want to do, actually, before I even forget, we're going straight to the museum. I want my museum donation for one of the 2 tier 3 daggers. Let's go ahead and slap this thing in there. There we go. If we go, I think it's on the back page. There it is. We still need to get the Death Ripper dagger. That is our next goal. We need 16 more vertexes for that. But we have our first tier 3 dagger, which is so sick. And we can go ahead and claim the museum reward, which will give us 10 Skyblock XP and puts us at 70 out of 100 towards level 430. So making some really good progress. And we finally have our first tier 3 dagger. This is actually huge. So before we go ahead and test our brand new tier 3 dagger, I can't wait to test this thing out. It's actually going to go insane. They actually added something else in the new update that just came out. A brand new stackable enchant known as Toxophyllite. Let's pretend that's right. Either way, it goes on bows, and it's actually really OP. Like, this thing gets kind of insane. So we're going to go ahead and buy this and slap it onto our term. But basically, at its max level of Toxophyllite 10, basically gives you 20 crit chance, I'm pretty sure, as well as, I think, oh man, I want to say 20% extra combat XP. That's what I want to say. I could be wrong. We'll have to wait and see, honestly. But we're going to go ahead and slap this thing onto our term really quickly. This thing should be ridiculous. It also levels up by combat XP. So got to make sure I get a bunch of combat XP onto my bow. But yeah, this is going to be ridiculous. I mean, the amount of crit chance it gives is so good, especially because it'll basically just increase overall damage, because instead of having to basically tune my points or anything into crit chance, an extra 20 crit chance goes a long way. Like, that's a lot of stats that you can basically redistribute into other areas, such as damage or strength or crit damage, whatever it may be. So that is a really cool enchant they had. Nice to see a stackable one for bows, and excited to actually put that thing to the test, in all honesty. But either way, it's time for me to go ahead and test out our brand new tier 3 dagger on some Blaze Slayer. Let me actually get my Sorrow chestplate ready to go. I think I have everything I need. Actually, that is not true. I need to go into my potion bag. And okay, I still have some 30-minute ones, which is good. Some of these Wisp ice-flavored waters. We're going to go ahead and grab out our Parrot Pet really fast. Get away from these freaks around me. Splash that down. Beautiful. Go back to our G-Drag. And now we can do Warp Kudra and head into the Smoldering Tomb so we can actually test out the damage on this thing. I can't wait, dude. It's not going to help too much in the spawning phase. I'm probably still going to kill with this thing. It might be better than my tier 2 dagger, honestly, for spawning. So technically making my spawning a little bit faster, I think. Like, what are my damage hits? 1.6 mil. If we go ahead and use our other dagger here, what are we looking at here? Actually, wow, this dagger still does more. That's actually kind of insane, I'm going to be honest. But yeah, either way, just gonna go ahead and start spawning some bosses, put this thing to the test, and see how it feels. This thing does so much more damage in the boss. It is insane. It melts these things. What? I literally like hit my this phase like so much faster than I normally do. It was kind of ridiculous. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I'm kind of glad he walked it. Like, dude, he's getting it's shredding. This thing is shredding. I can't even lie. Yeah, hit my hits phase like way sooner than I normally do. But like, look at the damage that this thing's doing. It's just melting through phases, which is ridiculous. Okay, we're already at this phase, and we're only at the first fire pillar, which is yeah, just insane. This thing is so dope. It's gonna speed up our bosses tremendously. I can't wait to get my hands on my second tier 3 dagger. That's obviously the new main goal, but yeah, when we get our hands on that thing, I mean, our spawning time and our killing time is just it's ridiculous. I mean, this thing just shreds. It actually shreds. Like yeah, we're only doing 1 fire pillar. Usually I do 2. Wow, that's insane. That's insane. Wow. Yeah, that was my fastest boss, and it wasn't even close. This dagger is so insane. Like, let's watch this boss here for a second, okay? So we start out on Ashen. Usually I go through all 4 phases or attunements before he does his first split. But as you can see here, I don't even get through the 3rd one fully. Like, it just melts it. It's actually insane how OP this thing is. This makes Blaze Slayer so much more enjoyable. It's ridiculous. I think, honestly, if I wanted to, I could probably start doing my bosses in the basement area. Just need to make sure I actually use, like, some gummy bears, and I should be fine. But, like, it just goes so fast. I need to figure out, like, which attunement I'm going to be on and get used to that all over again. But, like, as you can see, we are melting through this phase. Swap to Spirit really quickly. I did a boss earlier where it skipped all the fire pillars. I didn't get a single fire pillar the entire boss fight, which was ridiculous. So that's super nice. And I think that'll be a point we can actually get to once we get our second tier 3 dagger. Obviously, we just need to keep doing Blaze Slayer, getting more Gabagool distillates. We can actually keep those minions fueled so we can work our way towards getting our second tier 3. So yeah, we still have a lot of work to do, obviously, but I mean, just with how good this is, like, this is ridiculous. Like, how fast was that boss? 69 seconds. My bosses before were 90 seconds. So yeah, we're like over 20 seconds faster, and that's with only 1 of the 2 tier 3 daggers. And yeah, I'm just so excited. Also, I'm still rocking the whatchamacallit, the Sora chestplate. So I want to start working my way away from that. I haven't tried the boss without one. How much true defense is this? Thing's giving me 103 true defense. Okay, it's kind of hard to make up for that, I'm gonna be honest. Maybe I need like Crimson Armor with Vitality. Maybe that's like the strat, but I don't know if I want to do that. Honestly, I'm kind of holding out on Kudra ever since they told us that like attributes are going to be getting a massive overhaul, so I've kind of just been holding off, and like, well, they're going to be reworking the Kudra loot pool, so I kind of want to save like everything I can possibly get for keys for that, obviously, right? So I don't know. Once we figure out how far away that actually is, maybe I'll do some Kudra before then, but that's why I haven't been doing any Kudra videos recently. But man, this tier 3 dagger is so dope. I'm glad we chose this one. It makes the boss fight so much faster. And yeah, I'm just excited to get the second one now, honestly. I mean, like, we just shred through everything now. I ended up doing a little bit more Blaze Slayer, and honestly, after I'm done this clip, probably about to head back in there and do some more. It's honestly just so much more enjoyable with this. Like, the spawn time and the kill time is ridiculous with this Pyro Chaos dagger. I can't wait to get my hands on the other tier 3 dagger. I also need to get some perfect Jaspers in these things. And then honestly, I think they're at a really good spot. Let me know in the comments down below what else I need to do to these daggers besides perfect Jaspers. Other than that, I think they're kind of chilling, but hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. It's been a long time coming for this one, finally getting our hands on our first tier 3 dagger. We've been working towards this for way too long. Our minions finally clutched up, and hopefully they can continue to do so. I've already prepared a bunch more heavy Gabagool to keep these things fueled for the foreseeable future, so hopefully we have a lot more Vertexes and maybe an Apex coming our way. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Use code Zach when checking out the Hypixel store. Without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, and peace out.